all the action from the second day's competition at Techno Games 2000. Welcome. It's been a great day's competition here at the world's first sporting tournament for robots, Techno Games 2000. The teams of tech athletes really got into their stride today with more action in the final of the petrol-driven sprint, the final of the shot put, and an exciting new event, the robot rope climb. And I'm joined here again to review the thrills and spills of the day by our resident techsperts, computer science professor Noel Sharkey and Martin Smith, head of the Robots Research Unit at the University of East London. Noel and Martin, some fantastically exciting events today.
Great events today,
Any
yes.
favourites?
Well, I really like Skeletor and the rope climb.
Right.
I think it was just looked very humanoid. It looked like what you'd expect a robot to be from science fiction. But I spent a lot of time at the shot put and some very interesting weapons there.
Martin, you're particularly keen on the rope climb, or you certainly
That was my favourite too,
knowledgeable.
yes. I rather like the Terminator-looking machine.
Well, thanks, guys. A little taster there of what we've got to look forward to a little bit later on. The first event of the day was the shot put, where our tech athletes had to construct a robot to fling a regulation Olympic shot as far as possible. Our reporter Ed Hall had a look at the task in hand.
It's the shot put, the housewives' favourite event. The robots are placed here on the podium. Now, they've got 3 goes each to register their furthest throw. The shot puts they're going to be using are the Olympic weight shot put, the kind I use when I enter the Olympics for England. OK, they're based here, they're primed here. The teams will be based behind that. Safety is always paramount here. They will then launch their shot put out. There's 5 metres, there's 10 metres, and there's 15 metres, and the real quality robots have the Thames as their aimed goal. Who's going to win? We don't know. Over to Sophie.
I'm here with Mike, Joel and Andy from Solihull School in the West Midlands with their design, Warrior. Now tell me, how long did it take to build?
It's about 15 to 20 hours overall.
Now, how does it work?
Well, it's really quite simple. The winch here gets coupled up onto this point here. We turn it round and it pulls it down. We then couple this up onto here and put the safety bar just in through there. Then when we're ready to fire, we remove the safety bar, pull the cord here, and bingo, watch out for the windows.
And fingers crossed it works properly.
Absolutely, fingers crossed.
And last question, how much did it cost?
Peanuts, really. We managed to beg, steal and borrow most of it. Probably about a tenner, tops.
That's very good.
Yeah, we were really pleased.
Now, why is it called Vomit?
Because it's a loudmouth frog that fills up a shot put.
And this is your shot put here. Ooh, that's really heavy. This must be a pretty strong robot.
Yeah, you've noticed. What it is, what we've actually got inside this is a spring. It's a boiler spring. We can compress it loads using this pump jack, whereby we just turn it over, we pump it up, compress it, put some safety pins in. Then we actually move this latch round, that clicks onto there, then we heat it down with a hammer, and hey presto, the shot put fires out.
I'm here with Woodkirk High School and their team is...
Alex Baker, Sue Greenwood, Andrew Taylor,
Katie Ward, and this is Cluck.
And how does it work?
The main power for the shot put is from these 4 leaf springs here, which are driven back by this big motor, and then they're latched, and the latch is removed with this motor once we've got everything relieved of tension, and then these springs launch it forwards and it shoots off.
And joining us to watch the event is British shot put record holder Judy Oakes. Welcome, Judy.
Thank you.
Tell me, how far can you throw?
19.36 metres.
Blimey.
But it is lighter than the shot. They're using the men's shot,
right,
which is heavier than our 4 kilo.
Right.
So but the men do throw as far as the women with the heavy shot.
Tell me, what's the muscle most used then when you're
The power comes from the legs. So,
Right. Oh, really?
Because they're the strongest, but it's sequential. It works from right through up the body, through the lower back, through the arms and shoulders to the fingertips.
Now, Noel, what would be the equivalent then for the robot?
Well, the robot's very stable because it's bolted to the floor, so we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
So it's the sling, really, with the robot that's the most important bit.
All right, well, the world record, of course, is 23.12 metres. Presumably, this is one event where the robots could actually beat the humans.
Theoretically, but I've had estimates from the competitors, and the highest we're expecting is 6 metres.
Well, we join Ed Hall, who was there to watch the event. I hope he packed a hard hat.
I'm joined at the shot put event by the green team and this colossus behind us. What's it called?
It's called the Warrior.
The Warrior. That's a fantastic name for a thing. Does it behave like a warrior?
Well, we're going all the way. We're going to wind it back much, much further, and I'm sure that it'll fly a long, long way.
OK, you're not committing, but you're slightly confident.
Quietly confident.
OK, right then. It's over to Barry Davis.
Shot put, a contest over 3 rounds. Each competitor getting 3 attempts to take the gold medal. Everything being tightened up, wound down. And what can we expect?
Power up.
And away it goes, but it's short, well short indeed, of the 5-metre line. That's a view from behind. It didn't really get the height. Well, actually it did. It seemed to slip off the top of the apparatus, off the robot. And that's only about 3 metres something. Needs a bit of digging out of the turf. So the Warrior not quite living up to its name. Just 3.34 metres.
It's scrap metal with a bit of rubber on the front, but it's technical. Yes? OK. What's it called?
Cluck.
Cluck. The reason being?
We used to have giant chickens on the front, but they were too big to fit in the minibus, unfortunately, so we've had to take them off.
And why the giant chickens?
Because the shot put we got was yellow and it looked like an egg, and we thought we could fire it out the back end.
There you go.
Well, the Cluck from Woodkirk High School in Bradford, Yorkshire, already ahead on points in terms of humour. But without the help of the chicken, what are they going to do?
Team stand by to compete. Power up.
Plenty of whip required on the far point. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. That's just a touch embarrassing, I feel. It hit itself and did itself a little bit of damage too. Barely cleared the shot put circle, and the judges say, obviously, a no throw.
Vomit.
Yes, it is, and it stands for Vigorous, Oakbank's Motivated and Inspiring Team.
You just wanted to call it vomit and then decided something around it, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
OK. What's it going to do?
It's going to win, basically. We're so happy, we're so pleased with it that it's going to... We're really confident, and we feel it's such an efficient and intricate design that...
That's enough.
Oakbank School, Keighley in Yorkshire, and Vomit is a wheel tube which is being compressed with a hydraulic jack and retained with a metal pin. Goggles needed.
Team stand by to compete.
And it looks like a bit of a cannon to me. Not much to beat, only 3.34 metres. And I hit it with a hammer, sir. And again. And again. And still nothing doing, and we have another no throw. And I understand we have a problem too with Warrior.
The plate at the back, which holds the winch, is bent when we're trying to pull it down to the second hole, so we can't carry on anymore.
So it's Cluck from the Woodkirk High School. First to go in round 2 after that unfortunate withdrawal of the Warrior. Who's to say that 3.34 metres is not going to be the winning distance? Ah, that's better from Cluck. And that has beaten the 3.34 indeed. It's over the 5-metre line, around 6 metres. For their second attempt, 6.05.
Stand by to compete.
What's the response of Vomit? 6.05 to beat. This time the hammer does its job, but only about 3 and a smidgen. fact, it's 3.82, a bit more than a smidgen. Final round, 6.05 to beat. Cluck aiming to improve their personal best without the help of the chicken.
Power up.
And the cockerel would be applauding that. It's better than the previous distance, not by much. But the catapult did its job this time. This looks like a catapult to me. 6.18. And that's an improvement of 0.13 on their previous best and sets the target for Vomit from Oakbank School, Keighley. Dare I say it? What can they now throw up?
Power up.
Going to be a big improvement. And they can't find it. Not as good as their previous best. Only 3.71, way behind the winning distance, 6.18 metres.
I'm here with the shot put champions. It's freezing out here, but you've done fantastically. It looked like you weren't going to do it at the start, though, wasn't it? Were you worried?
When it first didn't do anything, yes. Overall, no. I knew its capabilities. I knew it could win.
So that's how they rated when all the measuring was over. Warrior and Vomit battling it out for silver on 3.34 metres and 3.82 metres respectively. But Cluck was way ahead on 6 metres 18. And this was Sue Greenwood's moment of honour. Alex, I have to ask you, did you enjoy building Cluck?
Yeah, I had a great time. I've missed a few days off school to do the electrics.
Oh, I hope nobody's watching.
The problem with building this robot was that we didn't know what the opposition would be like, and now we've seen the opposition, we can build a better robot next year.
There was a couple, bar Cluck of course, of slightly disappointing kind of dips to the ground.
Yes, I don't think they've got quite the explosive power that's required at the moment, but 12 months along the line, I'm sure someone's going to come up with some amazing ideas, and we should see some improvements.
Now, what was your take on it?
Well, the great thing about Cluck was my favourite among them all. I'm really glad it won because everything was done automatically. There was no pushing down of springs. You had a truck windscreen wiper winding up the spring, and then you had a little windscreen wiper to release the mechanism again. So that was very, very neat.
So just the destruction of a car there in the process. Well, you must be all very delighted. Thanks very much for coming along. Judy, thanks to you, and to you, Noel, as well. Now it's time to take a look at the machines competing to be rulers of the robot racetrack. This is what happened yesterday in the first heat of the robot sprint. Scuttle was up against Waddle.
This is certainly a waddler. The other was a scuttler, but a scuttler not to great purpose. The only danger is, will it tip over as it comes to the finish? No, it's just made it. And Waddle is the winner, 3:43, the winning time. There was concern right at the finish that it might topple over before it reached the line.
Today we're bringing you the final of a very special event, the petrol-driven robot sprint. It's Hagley High School's Tecumseh up against Tina Trex from Loudwater Combined School.
As you can see, we're outside because basically we told the Millennium Dome we were going to be powering robots with petrol. They wisely said, not in here you don't, because these things are dangerous. Now, it's basically the same as the other sprints, but the track is longer. It's 25 metres long to be precise. The teams are going to be based in their little pods. They can't leave them, and the robots will chug all the way down here, all the way down. 25 metres of metal and petrol all combining, probably blowing up. Who knows what they're going to do? And this is the finish line here. 25 metres, the weary little robots will run out here, and whoever crosses the line first will be crowned the world champion petrol robot sprinter.
Now, this has to be the largest robot I've seen so far. What's it called?
This is Tina Trex. She weighs 200 kilos. She's 2 metres high, 1.5 metres wide.
Now, I heard you had some problems with the height, first of all, though.
Oh, yes, we definitely have problems. She used to be 2.75 metres high. You couldn't reach the top. And when we tested her at the school, the legs broke.
All in all, how long did it take?
We started construction during December. Virtually every spare moment was spent building her.
Chris, Paul, Dan, Gareth and Martin. Now tell me, why is it called Tecumseh?
While we were working on it in school, all the other pupils came round to come and see it. and the name just stuck.
Wow. Now, what did you base the design on?
We found a little toy sort of sitting in a cupboard in the room, and we decided that it looked good and we knew it would work, and we just wanted to build something sort of big and impressive. So we built it 10 times the size, and this is the result.
And what were the main problems you had to overcome?
Because of our little 5 horsepower engine, we couldn't actually get it to lift the robot. So we had to shorten the cranks, shorten the legs, and change the gear ratio to a 2-to-1 on the gearboxes.
So those are today's runners and their trainers. So guys, what do you reckon?
Well, Miss Strutz has got very long legs, so she's going to take very big steps. But Tecumseh, I think, might run very quickly because she's got the 6 legs.
The 6-legged one would be more likely to be successful, but the clever idea with the long-legged version was to have the weight as low as possible, so that's probably just as stable as the 6-legged walker.
Well, let's see the race. It really was very exciting.
Well, this seems to be a question of going where no robot has gone before. Human element making last-minute checks.
Genie, stand
and it's
by.
Tecumseh on the right with the 6 legs.
Power up.
And on the left, Tina Trex with the 4. And the 6 are rather better coordinated at the start. Not too much in it, but there is a greater flow about the movement here, and it's improving all the time from Tecumseh, whereas Tina Trex is in danger of falling over the barrier outside its lane. Not too much in it at the moment, but Tina Trex seems to have got caught. A lot of shudder going on there, and Tecumseh is dancing down the runway. Very, very effective movement indeed. And was that a tear wiped from the eye of the potential loser here? Certainly a lot of ground to make up. And it's impressive the way these legs are working together, and these aren't. Distance going all the time. And again, a danger of coming outside his own lane. Tina Trex. Tecumseh comes to the finishing line and wins with some style. And dances a little jig at the end. Well, that is gilding the lily a little bit, if you can gild a lily when you're a robot. Tina Trex, though, still making its way to the finish, and it looks as though it's going to come in backwards, but it's going to complete the course, and all credit to it for that. But a comprehensive victory for Tecumseh. They came, and they saw.
So, Tecumseh from Hagley High School is the easy winner in a time of 54 seconds, with Tina Trex from Loudwater Combined School gallantly coming in backwards to win the silver. And the gold is presented to Chris Sherwood of Hagley High. Well, guys, I thought it was very exciting.
Well, you can tell by the cheering. I think that was the most exciting sprint we've had.
Absolutely.
That was really good, yes.
And indeed, you were right about the 6 legs, obviously.
You might think it's mechanically better to have a smaller number of legs, but actually it's easier to have a larger number of legs, provided it's only 6. That's the optimum.
All right. Well, Tina Trex looked to me as if she was taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. You know, it was a great amount of movement, but not actually getting anywhere.
She had a lot of difficulty. He was sort of expecting the legs to fall off,
Yeah.
actually. The other one was very clever, though, because it only had 1 engine and 2 gearboxes to run both sides of the legs.
The legs.
So you had the 1 set of legs and another set of legs running independently. So that's why you get this funny little dance some of the time.
Well, thanks, guys. In a moment, we'll take a look at what happened at the bridge when our more upwardly mobile competitors took part in the first heat of the rope climb. But before that, we've got another exhibition event from outside the arena to show you. It looks interesting, but I have to say, I think beach volleyball will be in the Olympics before the Techno Games features competitive lawn mowing.
2 challengers head for a field of battle near Gerrard's Cross. One, a human expert, Darren Baldwin, the head groundsman of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. The other, Robo-Mo. Robo-Mo is travelling in its very own Robo-Limo, ready to prove that the grass really is shorter on the other side.
So this is Robo-Mo. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, as you can see, it's about 1 metre long. It's a metallic silver. It's ABS plastic. It's driven with 2 drive motors in the back. It means it's extremely quiet. It's all electric powered. You can even run it at night time if you wish. And then underneath, we've got 1 single mulching blade, height adjustment on the front.
And while Tim's clearly putting his faith in robotics, here's one human who might just disagree.
Darren Baldwin here has been a groundsman at Spurs for 4 years. What do you think about Robomo?
Well, it's impressive, Sophie, but I'm not convinced just yet.
Now, we brought you here so you can do a challenge against Robomo to see who is faster, man or robot. However, we decided it's a little unfair for you to have a ride-on mower, so instead, we've got these for you. Mad Mitch, meet Daz.
Lovely. Hi, Mad Mitch. Nice to meet you.
Now, we've got an equal size of land out there for both of you to cut. Are you ready for the challenge?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go.
Let's go. Gentlemen, you have your tools in hand. I want a nice clean cut. May the best mower win. 3, 2, 1. Let the challenge begin.
The amazing thing about Robomo is that it's truly autonomous. But how does it work?
You see this tiny little thin
Yeah.
wire? Once that's pegged around the edge of the lawn and it's a one-off operation, that's it. You attach it to a small digital switch, which is rather like the key for your car. It's unique to the Robomo. Press the button and then the machine works completely on its own inside that area. As you can see, it's giving a nice clean cut. There is no grass clippings visible because what happens, it mulches the lawn, cuts the grass into tiny weeny pieces which are fed back into the lawn itself. If it takes typically an hour, hour and a half to cut someone's lawn every week, then by pressing a button you save that time and get on with something a lot more sensible.
Absolutely.
2 more passes and it's finished. How's your back, Darren? Sit down again.
Are you finding it a challenge then?
Just a little bit.
How far have you actually got there?
Just on halfway.
I think you've probably got about a minute left there if you want to win.
Oh, thank you.
It works in like a backgammon fashion.
Yeah.
It does one path, then another, and then what it will do is to turn round. It's now finished.
Come on,
That's
Darren.
it. That's it.
Save your back. Come on in. Well, we have our winner. Shake hands.
Well done, Darren.
All the best, Tim. Well done.
I'm afraid we proved that robots can beat man.
Yeah, looks good.
I must say, I personally do like to see a man on his hands and knees, though.
Yeah, it's
So,
tough.
do you think, with your profession being a groundsman, that you would actually end up using Robomos?
There's a possibility at some stage. Probably not in a stadium, but certainly in a training ground environment, there'd probably be a case for using one.
Yeah, and has this proved a point? Are you a happy man?
I think you can ask Darren for that, of course.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's done a very good job and it certainly beats the shears.
One man and his Robomo could be a whole new TV series there. Now let's have a look at how the teams lined up for the rope climbing today. It really is one of the highlights of the games. Tonight it's the first heat and amazingly it's a primary school team, Beam Primary School from Dagenham versus a team from Salford University. Ed Hall is over at the bridge to see how everything is hanging.
They start at the bottom of these ropes, then they've got to go all the way up to the top. The fastest 2 robots to get to the top will then go through to a final. It is as simple as that. Sophie.
I'm here with
Christopher, my dad, my uncle Matt, and this is my friend Ainsley, and we're from Beam Primary School.
And who's your friend in the middle?
This is our friend Skeletron, our robot.
How does Skeletron work?
It runs on compressed air, basically uses 3 cylinders. The 2 small cylinders actually lock the rope, if you like, for climbing, and this main cylinder here, which actually operates the legs, does the climbing up the rope.
Dave and Clive from Salford University with their entry, Simeon. Now, what made you choose this design?
Well, when we were making this, one of the major considerations was whether we actually roll up the rope or climb up the rope. We decided that mechanically it would be a lot simpler if we rolled up the rope, as one of the problems with climbing up the rope is gripping the rope. So what we've decided to do is have 2 wheels and spring one of them so that it grips the rope that way, and hopefully when you turn one it will roll up the rope.
So, Noel, Martin, talk us through some of the problems that our cybernetic climbers might be facing.
Well, the main problem really is to get from the bottom of the rope to the top, obviously.
No, really? Surprised me.
And, but it's difficult to talk about the problems because it depends on the structure of the robot. If it's a heavy robot, it's got a lot of weight to pull with it, whereas if it's a little pulley thing, it can just shoot up with wheels.
No chance of any rope burns, then?
Oh, yes. But the difference is the robot will burn the rope.
Ah.
Because the robot can be so powerful that it can just... if it's too powerful, it'll actually damage the rope.
All right, guys, the event is about to start. Over to Ed and the competition itself.
What do you reckon? Is it going to win?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, 100%?
We're hoping it could win.
Good. Right then, well, best of luck. Let's go and meet the other team. Right then, this is, let's face it, a lot more minimal in its approach. It's a triangle. Is it going to win?
I think they've built a very good robot, and I think it'll make an interesting comparison.
OK, right, well, best of luck. It's fighting talk down here. It's now over to Barry Davis.
So it's the roller called Simeon on the left from Salford University in Manchester against the primary school entrant called Skeletron. And a very interesting looking robot it is too. But it means that Simeon has to start up at the head of Skeletron. At the start, and away goes Simeon to win with great ease in 3.5 seconds. The more traditional style of Skeletron, though, is being well demonstrated here. Pull up the knees and then raise the hands again, pull up again. Meantime, Simeon is going up and down the rope in a somewhat flashy style. No doubt that it's won, but I think the greater applause might well go to the primary school youngsters who certainly put together a very good-looking robot climbing in traditional style. But the somewhat Terminator-looking Skeletron has to give best to the roller climbing Simeon from Salford University. And don't they look pleased with a winning time? 3.5 seconds.
Simeon won, but what an extraordinary looking robot Skeletron was. What did you think of that?
Well, the later one won, didn't it?
Right.
The robotic one won. The one that's copied on the human lost.
That's
right,
yes,
the significant
that's right,
thing.
yes.
By copying humans, or using what we call in the trade an anthropomorphic robot. Anthropomorphic?
Oh,
Human-like.
fantastic.
Human-like.
Right.
By using a machine like that, he has a big disadvantage. So that's why he's much slower.
All right, guys. In fact, both of tonight's robots could go through to the final because this event is being judged on time and height. Rope climbing is clearly going to be one of the highlights of Techno Games. We'll see the second heat tomorrow, where 4 separate robots will be climbing. We'll also have more action from the swimming, the sprinting and the high jump. Plus, contestants in the Micro Mouse will be sniffing out gold medals. By the way, if you want a copy of our robot starter kit, or if you reckon you're sufficiently techie to be able to build your own robot, the addresses are coming up. The second day of Techno Games is over, and we've seen robots prove themselves in all the events. The evolutionary race is on. Come in, humans, your time is up. Until tomorrow, from all of us here, good night from the Dome.